Not you, James. You heard me.
What's up, y'all?
How you doing?
How are you?
How's the off-season training been treating you?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Great.
What have you been up to?
Just lifting, getting strong, enjoying what Eugene has to offer. Certainly got that river going, so it's been good.
What's the switch up like from Corvallis to Eugene?
It's been great. Definitely a lot more to do, I would say. Being able to hang out with my teammates, really bond and, get to know them, especially since, it's my first year here too. So being able to lock in and bond with my teammates really been the highlight for sure.
What's the lifting schedule like?
For like in the summer? Or like just
Yeah. What are you up to?
Lift, like I would go in morning time. I'm a morning person, so lift in the morning, get strong. I'm a big pull-ups guy, so I'd always get my pull-ups in after like our regular lift. So, being able to just like stack the days and couple that with prehab and rehab. So it's been fantastic, and getting my rhythm here. So it's been really enjoyable summer for sure. And the weather's been great too, especially being an Oregon boy. It's been nice.
With the rules changes to where analysts can now coach, because we know they were never doing that before, ever. It would never be possible. For specialists, what kind of impact will that have when Zach is actually able to legally talk to you guys throughout a practice if Coach Laurie is off with another position group, and you can actually hear from coaches throughout the course of a practice?
It just allows us to be able to it's that streamlined communication. I would just say it just allows us to communicate better as a unit, and as from player to coach, coach to player. It just allows us.
Dan was talking about, in general, the kicking game being an area where he thinks this team's going to just be better than a year ago. Not comparing or anything, but just how much do you make the goal of not just winning the place kicking battle, but do you want to get kickoffs as well? And if you do, obviously, I'm assuming you want the best results possible to improve things and the like. How much you want to win every competition?
I'm a competitor, and I'm coming for everything that's in front of me, and no one's gonna stop me. So I'm a competitor at the end of the day.
How are you looking to just improve from your season a year ago?
A year ago, that's last year, and for me to just stay present in the moment and keep stacking the days with my hard work and being present with each and every kick and making sure I execute that kick with the best of my ability is my first and foremost focus.
Coming in, replacing Camden, you guys have a relationship before you came down here? Was there any sort of relationship with you?
Obviously, like I knew like Cam just like from playing against him for the past 3 seasons at Oregon State, but prior to me coming here, no, not really. It was just mutual, like game respect game, of course.
What's the thought behind your tattoos?
The thought behind my tattoos, well, the olive tree, the big one, that's represents my relationship with God. I'm a man of faith, so I wanted to get that to represent this. And I got Mount Hood right here, pay a little homage to where I'm from, and the rest of the stuff I just got because it looked cool.
We're all making a big deal about the move to the Big Ten, and it's certainly significant, but I imagine for specialists it might actually have a greater impact than a lot of position players, because after all, the trench is really different from one place to the other. But kicking in Wisconsin in November actually is quite different than kicking in Pullman or Arizona. How much research do you do? Do you talk to kickers from the league to get a sense of what this is actually going to look like in some of these environments, particularly Michigan and Wisconsin in November?
Like I said, for me, it's focusing on my specific duty to, hit the ball clean. And, when I hit the ball clean, I know it's going to go in. So, being able to just be confident in that, trusting my process. And, I can't control the elements. So, being present with my personal process and what I know is going to make the kick, and trusting that God's got me. So, that's really my whole thought process behind it.
What is your pre-kick process if you're lining up for a 45-yarder? What kind of goes through your head before that moment?
It's just really me focused on my breath, really. I'm just focused on, I'm really just present in the moment. Like, I don't really hear anything. I'm there, just physically, spiritually, mentally. There's really just I just don't go out there and, kick it. I'm just locked in, ready to roll, and, I go through my thoughts, my swing thoughts before I go and kick, and, when I know I do those, the ball's going to go in. So just trusting that and letting it rip.
You don't hear anything?
When I'm about to, kick the ball, no.
Has there been any alteration to your process coming from Oregon State to Oregon? Now, obviously, new coaches and all that. Has there been any alteration into your kicking style or your process at all?
I wouldn't say like I've altered anything. If anything, I've improved it to the point where it allows me to be consistent, and each kick is more and more the same. This is my second year. This is actually my fourth year. So being able to have those 3 years of building that up and really coming here has allowed me to enhance my process as an overall player. Just because of the skill level and being able to execute that with confidence and have fun. And it's football, man. It's fun. It's a game. So it's really a blessing to be able to be here and sit here and talk to you guys and do my job at the highest level.
Week 3, different for you than anybody else on the roster. What are you expecting when you go back to Reser Stadium from the fans, former teammates? Talk about that.
It'll be good to see some former teammates for sure, but my focus going to that game is do my job and put the ball through the uprights and kick touchbacks. So that's my focus going on in the game, and whatever extracurricular things happen, if they do and if they don't, that's not for me to focus on.
Ross told us about a team kickball game that you guys were at. I just wanted to ask. He said he wasn't all that great offensively. I wanted to ask how you performed in that. If you were
the kickball?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I hit the game winner, grand slam.
Humble flex.
Yeah. No, I like it. It brings you back to like grade school. So, I was like, yeah, just put some people on base and I'll hit the game winner. So that's what I did.
Where does that rank on your moments since transferring here?
Oh, it's up there for sure. No, it's fun, man, because I like being able to be with my teammates in that fun setting where you're not really thinking about football. You're just with the guys and bonding and having laughs and all that stuff. But there's always that competitive edge. I don't like to lose, so I wanted to win, just get some people on base and I'll let it rip.
What was the competition like during spring?
During spring?
You ran. Yeah, how was that?
It was great. I'm focused on what I do, and he focuses on what he needs to do, and so I'm always compete with myself. And as long as I'm doing that, I know I'm making my gains and getting 1% better, and all aspects of my game, because I can't control anybody else's game. It's my game to play.
Is there anything special about being a kicker that like the average fan wouldn't know?
I would say like one of my favorite things about the position is you really are like a man in the arena when your number's called, and I love that feeling. There's really no better feeling of being out there and you do your job for the team and for the guys around you. Like everybody I hope can experience that one day, because it's really something special being able to contribute to the overall goal. And I play a small piece of it, and being able to be a piece of the puzzle to the program is truly a one-of-a-kind experience, and doing your job for the team is another one-of-a-kind experience. It's awesome.
What have you done with all your Beaver stuff?
With all my Beaver stuff, I think I gave a lot of it away. I still have my jerseys.
I talked to Jack Velling last week at Big Ten Media Days.
Uh-huh.
He said, he's still got, nothing but love and respect for all the guys that he worked with there and coaches there. Is that kind of the same feeling with you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Nothing but love and respect. We're all competitors at the end of the day. We all play the same game, and I respect the person that lines up across from me, and I would hope they do the same for me. So it's football, man. It's a game, and you got to respect your opponents and have fun with it.
How much have you kind of grown in a year? I know last year you won the spot at Oregon State, and now you've been training under a completely different program, a completely different team, a new culture. Just maybe what are some things that you've learned and ways that you've grown?
I would say like my mental game has grown, being able to really just silence the noise and being able to reach that next level, like mentally being able to just block it out and focus on what I need to do, and confident in my own individual process and being able to, progress that and get 1% better every single day. And, one thing that has really like affected me is, my faith has grown a lot here at the University of Oregon. It's, allowed me to be more at peace with who I am and really be a man of God before anything else.
I hate to compare the two programs, but what do you think is the biggest difference between the team at Oregon State and this Oregon team now?
I'm just here, to compete, and I'm ready to roll in fall camp, and I'm here to compete at the University of Oregon, and that's my job.
What's your favorite food to cook?
My favorite food to cook? And I've been chefing up this season, this summer. I would say I got this really good recipe for this oven baked salmon with some rice pilaf. It's pretty killer. So
I gotta share.
yeah. Yeah.